John, a single father, was walking home from work when he noticed a woman stranded by her broken-down car. The rain poured heavily, and she seemed completely helpless. Without hesitation, he approached her, offering an umbrella and a hand to help her out of the puddles, not knowing that this simple act would change both their lives forever. She introduced herself as Emily, a high-profile millionaire running late for an important business meeting. Her face was drenched, and her expression a mix of frustration and worry. John didn't care about her status, he only focused on making sure she was safe and comfortable while waiting for roadside assistance. John helped her into his modest car to keep her dry while calling a tow truck. Emily's initial surprise at his kindness slowly melted into a warm smile. She was used to people fawning over her wealth, but here was someone helping without expecting anything in return. His sincerity was refreshing and unexpected. While waiting, they started talking. John shared stories about his daughter, Lily, and the struggles of being a single father. Emily listened intently, impressed by his dedication and patience. There was something genuine about his tone, unlike the shallow conversations she had in her corporate world. Emily laughed at one of John's jokes, and for a moment, he forgot about his responsibilities. He realized he couldn't stop looking at her, the way her eyes sparkled despite the rain, the soft curve of her smile. His heart skipped a beat, though he tried to stay professional. The tow truck arrived, but John insisted on seeing Emily to her destination safely. Emily hesitated but agreed, feeling strangely comfortable with him. On the way, their conversation grew more personal, revealing fears, dreams, and the little quirks that made them human, breaking down the invisible walls between them. At her office, Emily offered to call a cab, but John insisted on waiting until her meeting was over. She finally relented, touched by his persistence. His humility and sincerity left a mark on her, a feeling she had never experienced with the countless people who surrounded her wealth. Over the next few days, Emily found herself thinking about John. She admired how he balanced fatherhood, work, and kindness effortlessly. He was unlike anyone she had met, someone grounded, real, and unaffected by her social status. Curiosity soon turned into anticipation whenever she imagined seeing him again. John, too, couldn't stop replaying that day in his mind. Emily's presence lingered like a melody he couldn't forget. Despite the differences in their worlds, he felt an unspoken connection, a magnetic pull that neither of them could easily explain. One evening, Emily called John. She invited him and his daughter over for dinner as a thank you gesture. John was hesitant at first but eventually accepted, curious about this woman who had unexpectedly entered their lives and stirred feelings he hadn't anticipated. The dinner was filled with laughter. Lily adored Emily immediately, sensing her warmth and genuine affection. John watched them interact, feeling an unexpected relief and happiness. He realized that Emily wasn't just a guest, she was becoming part of their small family world. Emily noticed John's protective glances at his daughter and admired his dedication. She was captivated by the simplicity and honesty of his life compared to the high-stakes corporate world she usually navigated. A soft attraction grew quietly between them during the meal. Days turned into weeks, and their meetings became frequent, each one revealing more about their personalities and lives. Emily appreciated John's grounded advice, and John admired Emily's intelligence and heart. A mutual respect blossomed, gradually shifting into something deeper. One afternoon, John picked Emily up for a charity event she was organizing. On the way, she confessed her nervousness about public speaking. John reassured her, making her feel supported and calm. She realized how much she trusted him, a feeling she rarely had with anyone. At the event, they worked seamlessly together, handling challenges and unexpected mishaps with laughter and teamwork. Emily was amazed at how effortlessly John adapted, balancing seriousness with humor, and she noticed herself stealing glances at him more than once. Back at her mansion, Emily offered John a ride home, but he refused politely, claiming he had errands. She teased him about his stubbornness, and he laughed, secretly enjoying the playful banter. The tension between them grew, subtle yet unmistakable. John's friends noticed a change in him. He seemed happier, more alive. They teased him about someone special, but he only smiled, not revealing anything yet. Inside, he was wrestling with feelings he hadn't expected to have for a millionaire, a woman from a world so different from his own. Emily couldn't ignore her growing feelings either. She admired John's resilience and warmth and found herself imagining a life far removed from the lonely luxury she was used to. His honesty and simplicity were intoxicating, something money could never buy. One rainy evening, John and Emily got caught in the storm again, recalling their first meeting. They laughed at the coincidence, and in that moment, the world seemed to fade. Emily's hand brushed against John's, and their eyes locked, both realizing they had fallen silently in love. Weeks later, John helped Emily move some heavy boxes in her office. Their closeness grew natural, their laughter echoing in empty corridors. Emily felt an undeniable pull, her heart racing at his touch, yet hesitant to break the walls of her carefully controlled life. John began noticing small changes in himself too. He checked his phone more often, hoping for messages from Emily. His thoughts lingered on her smile, her warmth, and the way she genuinely cared about him and his daughter. Love had quietly rooted itself in his heart. Emily invited John to a gala, wanting him to meet her circle. He felt out of place at first, surrounded by extravagance, but Emily's presence made everything comfortable. People noticed their chemistry, but neither cared, they only had eyes for each other. At the gala, Emily shared stories about John's kindness and courage, leaving her friends intrigued. John watched her speak, his heart swelling with pride and admiration. He realized love could exist beyond status and wealth, rooted in respect, care, and shared experiences. After the gala, John and Emily took a walk under the stars. Emily confessed her feelings, and John admitted his own. The vulnerability in their voices and the honesty in their hearts formed a connection that neither wealth nor circumstance could break. Their relationship blossomed slowly but steadily. They navigated differences, challenges, and societal expectations, learning from each other. Emily discovered joy in simple things, and John realized love could reach beyond his ordinary world, transforming it completely. Lily welcomed Emily wholeheartedly, sensing a genuine bond forming. Family dinners, laughter, and shared moments became the foundation of their growing love. John and Emily's connection strengthened, proving that love can bridge worlds and hearts effortlessly. One quiet evening, John and Emily sat by the fireplace, reflecting on the strange journey that brought them together. They laughed, held hands, and shared dreams. The bond formed through chance, kindness, and unexpected attraction had turned into a love neither could deny. From a rainy roadside meeting to shared lives, John and Emily's story became one of love, trust, and transformation. They had rescued each other in ways they never imagined, John saving Emily from trouble, and Emily saving John's heart. Together, they embraced a new chapter filled with hope, warmth, and endless possibilities.